All right. So after we've actually ran this exe file and it installs the labs, and then we get that happy error message that pops up, this one right here. So this one says can't find path R. Well, it can't find it because it's looking on the wrong. It says R, Windows System 32. And if we actually go and see what it mounted, it's F. It should be Windows System 32. But instead, it's doing E, which is the system folder that has nothing in it. So, good to go, Microsoft. Yep, you suck once again. So let's go back. So that's why we're doing this. And this is actually good for this because we're just installing and deploying really quick. So I have already gone through. So one thing I didn't check on that video, I put a little note in it really quick. So if you're watching, you'll see it. If you're not, you'll miss it if you're just listening. So go into your users, public documents, and let's just make sure this Hyper-V doesn't have any hard drives in here. Yeah, so this has all the old hard drives. So I'm just going to delete that. I deleted it in Hyper-V, but I didn't delete them right there. Cool. So now I can get rid of that. So I'm going to go into my Hyper-V manager now. Those, in my head, those look too close to each other. Even though they're different, they look different to me. I mean, well, they look the same sometimes. I can't even talk right now, so don't mind me. So after that exe has run and done everything, you'll have all these automatically running in here. So some of the important ones that are going to be on is DC1, Gateway, and iNet. These ones are very important ones. But right now we're just going to build our workstations. So, and if we go to the classroom, I think I just published. I'm gonna keep editing it because it's a work in progress here. So let me pull it up right here. So I called it applied knowledge. So our whole goal here is so you have finished all the U certified labs and passed all the questions. Now it's time to step up to your first IT trial. Your first task is to meet the requirements for the lab. So that's what that video was that I just uploaded up there. So we're going to do this on one physical server or workstation. We're doing this on a 2012 R2 virtual machine, Hyper-V. We must have 32 gigabytes of RAM for this and at least a hard drive with 300 gig. So you did not have 300 gigs on yours prior. So those are changes you're going to have to make, and those are in that video. I've already done yours, Antonio. At least 2 or more gigabyte NIC cards. It'll do it anyways on its own. It's already taken care of. So what we're doing right now is we're going to create these because these hosts are missing. So we're client 1, client 2 are going to be a domain joined Windows 10, exactly the same. They're both going to be the same. And then client 3 and 4 are going to be just a work group, so you don't have to domain join those two. Then we're going to also set up a Windows 7 Service Pack 1 domain joined. And all these files are in the lab. It didn't set up stuff automatically like it was supposed to. So it just gives us an opportunity to get some more experience out of it. So as we're going through these, you might want to jot these down. So the local administrator on the servers, which are the ones that did deploy correctly, is administrator and password. So same one you've been using in your labs. Workstation. So the workstations are all the Windows 10 ones. Those are workstations. Those are going to be lab admins. So when we install, make sure you use lab admin for the username when you create the username and password, so we don't have to keep remembering different passwords. For domain login, it's also going to be lab admin, but make sure you have it saying domain at the bottom, or else you might be just logging into local on the workstations, okay? So we don't want to do a local login because it's the same name. We want to do a corp login when we're doing those. So just keep an eye out for that. We have one parent VHDX file to aid with deployment, and I put those at the end. The names of those are right here. So I'm giving you the information, but I'm not giving it all in order right here, okay? It's one of those you're going to have to go and find what you need for what you're doing and go through here and make sure you're meeting those requirements. So you might want to go back and write this down in an order that makes sense to you. So this isn't supposed to be punishment. This is just supposed to make you think and work through some stuff. These have to be a Gen 1 because the way Microsoft made this, they did their part to help us. So I tried doing this with Gen 2 like these should be, like the book and everything says use a Gen 2, but apparently they made these to to only work on a Gen 1. So it's probably their sabotage stuff they put in here only works on Gen 1 where it self-destructs later. So you have to meet your Hyper-V system must meet the requirements of Windows 10 version 2004 system requirements because these labs are based on the newest version of Windows 10. If you notice on there's a link. You click on it, and it'll take us to a page that has system requirements and explains changes and stuff that were made in it. So you can update your knowledge here. So see, it's got actually the 32 gigs or larger for a clean install on a PC. So this has all your minimum system requirements. So I would suggest you do at least a recommended. So I'm going to have you guys search for that. I'm not going to give you that. So we will take the 410 VMware. Ah, look at that. I didn't save my correction in there, you stupid thing. All right, host back to the snapshot where it was clean. So by that I mean I've already done it on yours, so we don't have to worry about that. So yeah, I'm in the wrong spot. Right there. All right. So like on my machine, I right click here, I go to manage, and then I go to snapshot manage. There we go. So I took it to my clean Hyper-V one that I made. Remember we did that when we were doing 410. And then I'm right here now. So what I'm going to do is after I've got these labs all set up and they're working and we make all 5 of these machines, I'm going to checkpoint this. But I reverted back to this clean one. And then I made all these changes after that. So right here, I've added the hard drive. I've done all the changes. So when I'm done, I can take a snapshot. But then if I ever want to go back to these other ones, I can just go right click on it and I can go to that snapshot. So, but that's why we cleaned this that one time. So it has all our settings. So we should be good to go there. But that's what that means when it's referring to going back to the snapshot. Snapshots, we're referring to VMware. Checkpoints, we're referring to Hyper-V. So let's see. Let me get back to this. There we go. So right here, if you click on this, it's going to take you to the where I got these labs. So if you want to set up these labs at home too, this is where I downloaded the labs. So coming over here. So I'm going to scroll down a little bit. So in this, where is it? Seriously? This didn't save the PDF when I put it in here? Or is it right there? It's right there. No, it's not. Oh, this is going to drive me nuts. Let me refresh this really quick. There we go. I love Canvas. It's like it lives in its own, like, I don't know, Black Mirror, I guess I'm going to say. So at the bottom here, I have the lab kit, right? So this is actually all the labs we're going to be doing. So you click on it, it'll let you download it. I already have it right there, so I'm just going to hit open. And I went through, normally this is in a docx file, and I converted it over to a PDF and made sure it had table of contents. So over here, this is everything that we can do. So in the introduction, we're setting up the lab first because that's a step before all this. But these are all the different labs that we can do, and we can go to those sections, and it tells us what previous labs are required to do those labs. So what I'm going to have us start off on is we're going to start off on 9 because this one doesn't have any pre-requirements. So the way this works is it tells you complete these on like MDT1. So you have to go through and you have to do all these steps right here. Now anything that says download, I'll have it downloaded and it's going to be on the TechHouse X3 server. So this is just a little in advance what we're going to be doing if you guys get to it. So let me close that really quick. Close that. Yeah, I was looking how to call Yvonne an old man in Spanish. So and I think I put, this did not save anything that I typed in here. Yeah, right here I had it saying where the stuff was going to be located. But okay, whatever. Be that way. So I'll add that in here. I'm just double checking really quick, looking through it. Maybe I'm just not seeing it. There was a bar in here that said all downloads will be on. Nope. All right. So let's get back to where we are here. So in here, we're going to create our first machines. So I'm going to go new virtual machine. And these are hide. The first one I'm going to do is client 1. So this is HYD. And they're called hide because they call this when you're running the exe file hydration. So hide client 1. Excuse me. Let me go next. And we have to do generation 1. So this is because of Microsoft. What the virtual disk we're using, for some reason, won't work on generation 2. So they've pre-done some stuff on a generation 1, and they shouldn't be made on gen 1, but they did it for some reason. Probably to make it compatible with older stuff. So I'm gonna go next on generation 1. So recommended, like the minimum requirements is 2048, right? So 2 gigs is the minimum requirements, but recommended would probably be around 4. So I'm just going to leave it for this for now. I'm not going to use dynamic because I want to do as little as possible that's going to cause these to run slow. So I'm going to hit next. I'm going to make sure this has an external. In my case, it's Intel. You can always go and rename this Intel one. Yours should all be the same unless you name it. Unless you rename it. The book will suggest external 2 or something like that. So we know our Intel one is our actual external switch, so it can activate if it needs to activate. So I'm going to hit next here. I'm going to attach a hard drive later. And that's all I got to do here. So I'm going to hit finish. So now I have client 1 right here. So I'm just going to go into my settings. And I'm going to go down to this IDE. Don't go down to SCSI. Now, if we were on generation 2, we'd go to SCSI and had the hard drive in SCSI. But you can't boot off of SCSI on generation 1. It won't give you an option to SCSI boot. See? No options. So we'll do the IDE controller 0, because 0 is 1 and 1 is 2. So that'll be the first one that it looks at. We're going to go hard drive, add, and then we're going to go new. And if I was sneaky, I'm going to copy that. Go back to that, and go next. It's going to be a VHDX. We're going to do a difference in. Remember when we made a base image before? Well, our base image is pre-made for us in this instance. And I'm just going to name it the hide client 1, but I need to change this. So I'm going to go to my L drive because the previous setting up, we created an L drive on here, which was 320 gigs. And I'm going to come up here and say new folder. And I'm just going to paste that into that folder. Click it, select. Now I'm good. Now it's going to put this virtual disk into there. I'm going to hit next. Now I need to find the parent. So I'm going to come over here and I'll go back to that L drive because that's where I extracted everything. And at the very bottom there, we see Windows parent. This is actually the Windows 10 one right here. The Windows 7 one is here. And all of these servers right here were based on this server parent. So these are both empty hard drives for Bare Metal Labs. I'm going to click on this one and hit open. And hit next. And then finish. Now I need to make sure I come up here. I'm going to hit apply first so that it's not blue. I'm going to come up to BIOS. I'm going to make sure IDE is number 1. So it boots off of that. I'm going to hit apply really quick. That should be all the changes I need to make in here. So I'm going to hit OK. And I'm just going to connect to that. Power it on. If everything works and all the stars align, it should just start booting into a pre-installed version of it. There we go. I'm going to get this one started on its process. and then do all other ones at one time really quick, okay? So, yes, this is being recorded, Tyler. Actually, I guess while I'm waiting for that, I'll just take this to the side over here so I can keep an eye on it. Maybe. Hey, you. Drag to my other screen. It won't let me. It will not let me drag that to my other screen. You know why? Because I'm in a virtual machine and I was brain farting on that. So let's give this 1 second here. It shouldn't take too long to get into it. So you'll notice that Windows 10 is not going to run friendly. It likes to slow everything down. So these have already gone through like the installation process on these. So that's the good thing. So you know how we went through and generalized stuff and put stuff in out-of-box experience? This has already had that done to it. I really don't want to wait for it, but I will. Actually, we can get kind of sneaky here. Let's get over here. There we go. So while I'm waiting for that, I'm going to do the next one. So this one is going to be client 2. Same thing I just did. Go next, generation 1. Every time it kicks off number lock. All right, I'm not using dynamic on these because I don't want to. External NIC card. Attach later. Next. Finish. Right click. Settings. IDE. Next. New. Next. VHDX. Differencing. Next. Paste that. We're going to change the location. I wish it would just save where we had it before. No, not there. There. All right. New folder. I'm going to paste that. Change that to a 2. Select the folder. Confirmed. Next. Who's your daddy? Well, apparently right now it's Windows. My parent is right here. Windows parent. I guess it's a daddy and a mommy, I guess. Next. Finish. Don't forget to hit apply. Move that up. IDE goes to number 1. Okay. Take him. Connect. Fire it up. And then I'm just going to minimize because he's going to be the last in order. So once again, now I'm going to do the other ones really quick. We got 4 of these. So this one's going to be 3. Haha. These are running like, every time. Come on, number lock. Why do you kick it off every time I do something? There's a reason why I bought fnumlock.com. Attach later. Finish. Go to 3. Settings. It's getting redundant, right? Do it 4 times and you'll have this down. Meanwhile, that one's starting to do something. Difference in. Next. browse, down, L, new, paste, delete, 3, select, next, who's your daddy, L, down, Windows parent, open, next, finish, apply, BIOS, IDE, up. We can make a song out of this. Who's a rapper? Someone rap this. I'm not. I could be Weird Al, but all I get is the weird part. Right? This is going to be 4. See, this gets fast. We're just multitasking. You know what I should have done, though? I should have turned that one on. But next, all right. Number lock, right? No number lock. Oh, it's working this time. Why? Why can't you be consistent? External. Next. Attach. Next. Finish. It almost like it does it by itself. We're going to go to settings here. IDE. Hard drive. Next. New. Next. Difference in. Next. 4. Browse. Change the location. L. New folder. Now I'll show you something after all this pain. We could just change the default location so everything lives right here. But select, next, browse. Papa? Oh, no, what did I just do? I did not just drag something somewhere, did I? Okay. I hope I didn't drag something somewhere. Is there Control Z? No? Okay, we'll find out. We'll find out if I broke something later. Windows parent, next, finish, apply, BIOS, IDE, number 1, apply, okay. So let's make sure we got 3 and 4. Hey, I'm clicking here, buddy. 3 and 4, right click, start. I don't need to see what you're doing, just start. All right, cool. So, but there's one more we got to do. So those were our Windows 10 ones that failed to do what they were supposed to. But we have one more. So if we go over here, prereq, going down. By the way, this is like 300 and some pages. No, 274, depending on how you print it. We need to do hide client 7 right here. So let's see. Can I do? No, close enough. 17. No. All right, there we go. Next, generation 1. Next. I'm just gonna do the same as the others, just to be consistent. I don't fat finger stuff. Next. Intel. Next. Attach later. Next. Finish. This one's gonna be a different one, okay? This is Windows 7. The one this one's gonna be. So we can come down to our IDE, hard drive, add new. Next, difference in, next, 7, browse, L. All right, don't drag anything, Sean. What did you drag earlier? I guy must have dragged one. All right, now we're just telling this where it's saving it. Select folder. Hold it. Did I do that? Did I brain fart? I brain farted, didn't I? Yeah, I did. New folder. There we go. Then this one. Location, location, location. Maybe we should add step. What step are you on? Go down here. So we want the 7 one for this one. Windows 7 parent for this one. Everything looks correct. Finish. Okay. That's because it's probably mounted. All right. Let's go over here. U. Eject. All right. Now let's try it. There we go. See? Apply. BIOS. IDE. U number 1 IDE. Apply. Okay. And then U2 can start. And then we can go through the process over here. All right, so those are all doing their thing. I'm going to say yes. Now, you see, this is going to be a little bit different than what you guys did because this is an up-to-date version of Windows 10. So I'm just going to click yes, United States. This part's the same. Meanwhile, remember, I have all that stuff running in the background too, so it's not going to be super fast. All right, US, yes, and then we're going to, next step, we skip, right? This will be memorized shortly. Skip. So this part's different coming up. Oh, ow. My knee. Man, I wish I could have my surgery, but it's considered an elective surgery. Yay! So if you guys don't know, I have a bone spur in my kneecap that's cutting through the nerve behind my kneecap. So, yeah. Oh, it doesn't feel very good. Like, if I touch the front part of my patella tendon, the front right part of it, on the medial side, it feels like the whole left side is like peeling a scab off of the entire side of my leg. But if I touch the side of my leg where it hurts, it's completely numb. So I think twice when I put my knee down when I get in the bed. It's like, ow. Just a moment. Here we go. We're going to accept our license agreement because this was an out of box experience. So it reset that agreement. But this is going to be worded different now. Right here. Oh, and there's that ease of access that we could hack. Here we go. So see right here? It says domain join instead. That's a little bit different, right? That's the one we want to use. They're going to try to trick us to use a Microsoft account again. Right here. Right where my mouse is. Or even better, use an online account. Yay! No. So we're going to do lab. Oh my god. Does I have cap lock on? Okay. Lab admin. We're going to hit next. So to save aggravation, don't enter a password right here, okay? You don't want to answer those 3 questions. Do you? I don't. That's 3 questions that I'm wasting my time on. Oh. Hey, hey, I really want to uncheck that stuff. Thank you. I don't give anything for free. I don't want this extra stuff. What's the next one? The Cortana one? No, not now. I don't like you, Cortana. You're unwanted. We're trying to save system resources here. Hi. So meanwhile, these guys are doing their thing over here. What you got, client two? Oh, client two's there. Client three, are you with us? Yep, you're with us. Might as well get you guys rolling. Four, how about you? You caught up? You trying to get there? Oh, look at you. He's a big boy now. All right. So I'm waiting for that first one. Hey, you. We almost there yet? What about you? You might have something else I got to click on. Oh, it's just going straight in this preparing your desktop. That's awesome. Two. Oh, yep. You guys are. Does that make you feel confident? Leave everything to us. Don't turn off your computer. That sounds like that bait scam and stuff too. The scam baiting. Leave everything to us. Your screen's black. Trust us. You don't need to see what we're doing on your computer. We need to type a form in Notepad on your computer. What's funny is none of those scammers know how to cut and paste from their computer to their victim's computer, which they have permissions to do, and just have the document ready to go. All right, connect. Sweet. All right, so we kind of still have our checklist, right? But this is a workstation, so there's a few things we don't have to do, but important. Our time is very important, so we need to make sure our time is synced up. We read about how important that is, right? With backups and everything. I don't have to worry about the password because I didn't put one. But that's the first thing I'm going to change right now. So remember in Hyper-V, Control-Alt-End is your Control-Alt-Delete. So I'm going to say yes because I want you to discover stuff because I'm going to need that in a little bit. Yes. All right. There we go. So this might still be boot loading stuff. Let's see. Are we responsive? We're responsive. Okay. So I'm going to do Control-Alt-End, E-N-D. And I'm going to come here and I'm going to change my password because I didn't want to answer those questions earlier. So I don't need to put in an old password. And it's just going to be password. So remember, it's going to be that. Oh, good. I looked at that. Let's try that again. That looks better. Or was it the same thing? I might have dyslexia that when I looked at it before. There we go. And we never had to answer those three annoying questions that it'll never ask you. So now my password has been changed. We're good. We have 90 days. We're activated. So at Workstation, Windows Pro, Enterprise, they all give you 90 days instead of the 100 and some. 190. So now we got to change our computer name. Our time is way off, so let's do that first. Let's fix our time. Just right click it and go to adjust time. It's going to bring up this instead of the one we're used to seeing. We're going to change that to central. And then we should be on par with a proper time right there. So I can close that now. Again, we're just getting this ready to do labs. So then you can hit your Windows button, SYS. Ah, cool. That's the one we want. White check, blue background. We're going to come here and we're going to change our computer name. We can't join the domain yet. We do need to join the domain on this one. It's going to be a domain joined one. But we need to change our network to the proper network. So right now, I'm just going to... Can I paste? Is it going to let me paste? Hey, I love you. You awesome. Why did I change it? That's the one I wanted. All right, cool. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to say OK. I'm going to say close. I already made that change that I wanted to make here. I'm going to say restart later because I need to change the network card, and we don't want to change the network card with Hyper-V when it's running because we might break the network adapter. So I don't want to restart. I want to shut down. I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to go to shut down. It's very important we don't make this change when it's running. Some of you got hurt before last time, right? Some of you changed that, and then you had 169 for your IP address. You had your APIPA showing. There's nothing worse than a PIPA. So we don't have to go over here. We can just click right here on File. Go to Settings. I'm going to come down to my network adapter. Right here. And click on this and we put it on the Corp net. And hit Apply. That's the only change we need to make to this. I'm going to hit OK. Then I'm going to come back up to Start. At this point, I don't want to bounce around all these because I don't want to confuse which one I'm working on. So I just want to work on this one, finish it, and then I'll move to the next one and go in order. So client 1, client 2 are domain joined. 3 and 4 are work groups, so we only have to change the name on those and fix the time. And then 7, I believe, is just a work group in the beginning. I'll double check. I can see client 2 right there. Seven is domain joined. Okay, thank you. All right, here we go. So now we should be password. Cool. So now I'm just gonna make a check. So we're in here. We should be on the new network. It should say something. Something should pop up, network 2 or something. Oh, one sec. I also probably want to make sure that this guy's turned on. Very important. So right now we probably have a PIPA. So let me see if I can get to that before that turns on. Come on. Before the other one turns on. You're so fast, Windows. I love you. Come on. Come on. I'll feed you an apple. You know, I want to make an operating system called Banana. Because then when your phone, is that a banana in your pocket? And fire it again. Wow, that other server might turn on before this actually lets me type something in here. But you can tell by right there it says no network, unidentified network. So I'm pretty sure we do have an APIPA. Let's just go the round. Let's go this way since that's taking forever. We're just gonna go to status really quick. There we go. Yeah, there's an APIPA right there. So that DC1 has your DHCP, DNS, everything on it. So if that's not turned on, then we can't join because we're not connected to it. I'm gonna leave this just for a sec. Let's keep an eye over here. Looks like it's on. All right, so I'm going to minimize that. So I'm just going to take this. I'm just going to disable and re-enable it. There we go. See, it says corp.contoso.com. Yes. So that's what I needed. So one thing we want to check. Hey, PowerShell, what is your problem? You know what? You're fired. Go away. I'm going to use your old friend, command prompt. That had no problem. All right. Ping DC1. So we have communication. I know that one's name is DC1. That's why I did that. So then we want to come up to... Did I name the computer wrong? I think I named the computer wrong, guys. So then I want to go whack DC1 just to make sure that's working. That's working too. So we know that's all up, good to go. So let's go back to our system because we want to join the domain. Yeah, I named it wrong. So let's go fix that. I'll fix that at the same time I'm doing this. So this should actually be just client one. And we're enjoying domain. So the domain is corp.contoso.com. Okay. That contoso.com should look familiar to you guys. I'm going to hit OK on this, and it should see it and ask me for my credentials. This is asking, it's going to ask for my domain credentials. So let's see if I have to put like the domain name in here. I'm just going to do administrator and then password. It didn't like that. So you do have to put your domain stuff in here as you're trying to log into it. So corp.administrator and then password. Am I spelling it wrong? Corp. Backslash. I think I'm spelling it right. Well, let's try the other way. No, that's correct. So let's do administrator at corp.contoso.com. It's only because I'm recording and trying to show you guys. I had this problem last night. Why are you angry with me, computer? Should be able to just do it with corp. It's taking longer to give me the denial. Welcome. Welcome. That's what I'm looking for. Welcome. Okay. Nope. That was a big old F you. All right. So let's see if it's because something else isn't turned on, guys. So let's scroll this down. Gateway's on. That's on. INET's not on, but we shouldn't need INET, but I'll turn it on just in case. Let's just make sure. I'm going to log on to DC1. So it should just be password. Oh. So did you see what I was doing wrong, guys? See if anybody types in chat or if everyone just got me on mute. Ignore. So I'll put this back in here. corp.contoso.com. So let's see if you guys catch what I did wrong there. I see a bunch of people typing, so. I was using the wrong login name. So I was typing administrator. But administrator is the local login for the servers, not the domain login. So what I needed to be was lab admin. And then password. So I might still have to put corp in front of that or corp.contoso.com at the end, but let's see if this one works. That worked. So this one's now domain joined. I'm going to let this one restart now. And then we're going to log in to the domain and make sure that works. And then I need to do this on client 2. And then client 3 and 4 are only work groups. So they're default work groups. So we don't need to change that. So we just need to change the time and then change the computer name on it. And then those ones should be good to go. Meanwhile, back at the ranch. That's funny. That's probably looking for a script on the server that wasn't on when it turned on. Let me just give this a whoops reset on that 7 in case it needed that script it was looking for. All right. So don't let this confuse you. When this turns on, it says lab admin. But notice it does not say corp underneath this. So that's just the local lab admin. So we need to go to the domain one. See, it says corp right here. So when you're typing this, make sure that still says corp down there. Because it's got a weird glitch if you do like administrator. See how it changes at the client 1 on the bottom there? So you got to keep a lookout for that. So now we're actually logging into the domain with domain credentials. And I can't type, so. So now we're going to get our first login screen again, because it's the first time this user's been on this account. So it's going to start creating its profile. Oh, it's already 12:03. Take your sweet time, computer. 7's much faster. 7 wins. I restarted it that entire time. So let's make sure. I want to make sure this one's activated. So you'll notice this is much faster. Windows 7 was the best. "10 days to activate." Now I have my 90 days. Right there. Close that. Windows 7 is just the easiest one. I should have just stayed right there. Go back into my system. I'm going to do a no-no, and I'm going to do them both at one. No, I can't do it at one time. So we're just going to call this when... Oh, no. Client 7. All right, so this one seemed to work just fine. Our time's correct on here. We're on the network. So everything that needed to be done on client 1 is now done. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to right click on here. And I'm going to go to shut down. Client 1. Come on, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Thank you. Close that. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to use the checkpoint over here because I don't want to type in a name. So client 1 is done. Right click, checkpoint. Done. That's got its checkpoint. All these other ones, we're going to have them too. So I think client 7 still be starting. Let's finish client 7 just really quick. So we have to go File, Settings, and we need to put him on his, change the network to Corp. CorpNet, apply. Okay. And we can turn him on because he'll be the fastest one. That's this Windows 7 is just quick. I don't know why Windows 10, they put so much junk in it. Excuse me, guys. All right. Now we're in here. We should be on the right network. Something might pop up. Yep. Work. Contoso. Work. Yep. Close. Come here. I'm going to do SYS. Going to give me this one that I want. Our name has changed. Awesome. Go up here. Exactly the same as Windows 10. Domain. We can do just corp if we want. Say OK. Then lab admin. So we never actually set up a local account on this one. It just automatically did it. Password. I don't know if I typed it right. I might have fat fingered it. I went through this last night with PM class. When we were trying to figure it out, what was going wrong with it. I'm going to close. Let this restart, and then we're going to make sure the domain controller works. Yeah, we kept on trying to do the generation 2 last night because then we thought that the VHD was corrupt. Like, hold it, let's just try Gen 1. Maybe they did this in Gen 1 and it's only going to work in Gen 1. So I did it and it worked. I was like, oh, come on now. It says it works with Server 2012 R2, but apparently it doesn't. Not 100%. At least we got the network set up. The whole domain services and all that other stuff is up there. That all works. It's just it wouldn't build the clients correctly. It looks at the wrong drive. They've got something wrong on their exe file. It might work on 2019 or 2016, but it's not working on 2012 R2. I tried it on 3 different machines. I was like, okay. All right, now we got to Control-Alt-Delete because now we're domain joined. Now, again, on your 7, see, it's got client 7 /. So that's a local login. So this one actually did do administrator for the local login. We're going to switch that. So the script that it was running actually set all that up automatically. We're going to say other user. Now it says corp. So we're going to say lab admin. Password. I miss Windows 7. Windows 7 Black Edition. That was the best one. Do you want to go to night class and go through it again? Cool. So everything looks like it works. We're going to do... I keep on thinking when I'm on the other... All right. So I'm just going to do the same thing I did before. I'm going to ping DC1. We got good communication there. And then I'm going to whack DC1. And that works. See how much faster 7 works, though, than 10? Okay, yeah, you're more than welcome to come in tonight, and I'll help you. And I'll help you as you're doing it, too. If you... So this is all set up correctly now. Our time's right. Ping's right. We're logged into the domain. So I'm going to shut this off. I'm so used to right-clicking now. Right there. Windows 7's a little bit different. Yeah, anybody who wants to come in tonight and go through some of this, yeah. Are you done with everything though? Because This is for like when you're done with it. So I'm going to close it here. I'm come over to client 7 here. I'm going to make my checkpoint really quick. Checkpoint made. Cool. It's in an off state. So now I'm just going to finish up 2 really fast. I'm not going to slow down this time. Like, you were slow? What? Yeah, I was going slow. Oh, ow. So remember right here is domain join. This is why I didn't want to confuse you guys with these labs and the labs you were doing, because stuff's in different locations now, and it's got different wording. So, all right. This is lab admin. Remember, save yourself time. Don't enter a password. What's up, phone? You making ding ding noises? Who'd that be? That'd be WhatsApp. All right. Bye, bye, bye. We're gonna play. What is that? Britney Spears. Bye, bye, bye. No, that's like Back Crack Boys or something, isn't it? Or In Suck. One of those. Hi. All right. Well, that's doing that. Let's see if I can click through some of these. Let's save us some time here. Let's see if I confuse myself on what I'm doing. I like seeing the graphics glitch over there. All right, here we go. Hey, hey, all right. Lab admin. Next. Heck no, you don't need no password. We've got trust, my computer. We got trust. Right. This gives me nightmares because I still remember setting up those 20 some laptops at the same time, and Cortana just was talking on all of them. It was loud in that little middle room. Almost there. That's what she said. Uh-oh, fired again. All right. Doom, 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 doom. It's client 2. All right, yes. Are you activated? Hey, you activated? All right, cool. We'll go to our time really quick. Hey, time. How you doing, time? How you doing, time? Hey. Yeah, you. Now it goes. I don't like using this one over here. I have trust issues. Hey, yeah, that one. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. All right. Don't do it again, Sean. Don't do it again. Make sure you delete in front. There we go. Okay. Okay. Close. No. I want to restart later because I want to make sure I change my network card. Shut down. Yeah. There we go. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, how you doing? Hey, yeah, look at that timing. That was beautiful. So beautiful. Come on, come on, come on. We're on a budget, guys. We're on a budget. I don't get paid after one. CorpNet. There we go. Apply. Okay. Turn it on. All right, over here. This one's just a work group. So this one's going to be really quick and easy, client 3. Yeah, if you guys do want to come in PM class and work on stuff, you're more than welcome to. Yvonne won't let you do it, but I know this isn't, I don't do this like A plus and Network plus where it's just nonstop lectures each time, but trying to figure out what's the best way to get the material in your head with this remote training stuff that we're pretty much doing here. All right, so this one over here, this guy's ready. Do I want to start doing that one yet? No. Let me just finish this one. Domain join this one. I'll change the name, fix time on that one. We'll be good. You can just minimize for now because I guess I could click on 4. Yeah, 4 can get some clickies going on while we're waiting. Domain join. Even though I'm not domain joining that one, that's still want to hit domain join. So I did forget to change the password. So I need to change the password on client 2. I mean, I was waiting later to change the password on client 2. I didn't forget anything. Wink, wink. Control Alt End. Change password. There's no password right there. And then password. Double check. Yep, looks good to me. Click that beautiful arrow right there. Password changed. Okay. And now we're going to join the domain over here. That's good. That's good. So, hey, there we go. Oh, system. Heck yeah, look at us. Look at this. Just about there. Getting ready, it said. The cool thing is with Hyper-V, you can actually set up real computers in Hyper-V, plug in the hard drive in with a USB SATA adapter. And it's pretty cool. That was successful. Okay, so our next step is to make sure we can log into domain. We can let the restart now. Over here, nope, you don't get to track my history. Nope, not you either, Cortana. You're like a stalker. Just stay away from me. Unless you're bringing food, then you get 1 hour. Three, what do you look like? Ooh, three got in the door. Yeah. Snap. What's over here? All right, so remember when we're logging into the domain, again, go to other user, because this is just a local admin. Now it says corp right there. Lab admin. It didn't change, so we're good. Checking functionality, system functionality. Get your function on. All right, come on. I'll be fired tomorrow. That's okay. 12:20. Yeah, close enough. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Then we're going to go to the left. System. God, I'm lucking out. It's actually showing up on all these. Go here so I can see you. All right, change. So this one's not going to be. 3 and 4 are not domain joined. Client 3, we're changing the name. Okay. Close. No. I actually want to shut this one down because that's it. We're done with this one. I'm going to shut it down, change the adapter, and then do the checkpoint. Meanwhile, this old boy over here is like, take your time. Thank you. All right, so this was client 3. I'm going to do this, make sure we are now on CorpNet. I'm going to hit apply and then OK. And then I'm going to close it, come over here, go to my client 3, right click on that, and I'm just going to say checkpoint right there. Cool. So let me finish this one off. This one should be good to go. We are now on corp.contoso.com. Everything looks good to me. We are logged in as admin, lab admin. Yep. So this one's now going to be a shutdown and checkpoint also. As I have my hand between my mouth and the mic. Shut down. All right. So that one's good to go. So that's client 2. So client 2 over here, I'm going to right click and checkpoint it because I've already done all the network changes on that one. So now if something goes wrong, we can go back to those. See, all these ones already have their base checkpoints on them, ready to go. So now we're going to go back to 4. 4 is the same thing we just did. So these work group ones, those ones are easy. What the heck? Why are you showing over there? It wasn't anywhere near it. Anyone else done with everything today? Just doing a quick 12:30 check with you guys. All right. So I'll hit yes on that. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to attack that time, adjust time. Central pop. There we go. That fixed it. Come over here. SYS. Hey, I'm typing here. You're not going to take it? Thank you. No problem. Don't stress out. It's okay. I'm just curious if anyone else is at this point. I still need the. Let me know if I need to make anything, fine tune anything in the information I put in the class. I'll look at it tonight. I need to take a nap. I haven't slept all night. This is client 4 right there. And that's all the changes we need to make to this. So once again, I don't want to restart. I want to shut down. Okay. Close. Restart later. Close that. And I'm just going to right click her and shut her down. And settings. Change it to the private, well, to the virtual corporate net. Yeah, there we go. Can't find my words. I didn't pay my rent. All right. And checkpoint. And we already did 7. We snuck that one in there really quick, right? So that is all that we got to do for getting these labs ready. And then once these are ready, there's a whole bunch of other fun, but that'll be in another video. So let's get this edited. And bye-bye.